All right, I am here on the Friday live stream with one of the most talked about, probably for being honest, the most talked about new artist of 2021, a force of nature behind the global sensation driver's license. Please welcome to the FLS, Olivia Rodrigo.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You know, it's been such a whirlwind of just like not even a year, but a couple months for you, of course. How are you just handling it all?
You know, it's every songwriter's biggest dream to have a song that is so personal, resonate with so many people. And it's really surreal to have so many people that I've idolized for my entire life sort of reach out to me and tell me that they like the song. So yeah, just on cloud nine, feeling really great about everything.
How are your friends and family, if you don't mind me asking, reacting to this new global fame?
Yeah, literally the same. My mom's still like, Olivia, you're not doing your homework, like do your homework and like clean your room and stuff like that. You know, my family and my friends are all so supportive of me and really thrilled that I get to do this thing that I've been wanting to do since I was like super little.
Right. Was it always music and acting? Like hand in hand, or? I
fell in love with music first. I've been singing and writing songs since I could literally speak. My mom has like home videos of me making up ridiculous songs when I'm like 3-4 years old and like don't have anything to write about except for like going to the grocery store with my parents.
Right.
I'm always just like obsessed with emotions. And I think that's why I like songwriting so much. And I think that's also why I like acting so much. But music has always been my first love.
Right. Much has been made. Of course, you're a big Taylor Swift fan. She's also, it's a reciprocal thing. She loves you as well.
Yeah. Ooh, that was insane. I mean, the first sort of like public interaction I had with her was actually on MTV's Instagram live stream. I sang a cover of Cruel Summer, which is like my favorite track off of her record Lover. And somehow it like got to her and she posted like a little clip of it on her Instagram story and she was like, "You're so talented, thank you for this cover." And I like screamed my head off for 5 minutes. So that was pretty surreal. And, you know, there's been a couple other instances of stuff like that. She's just so kind. And yeah, I look up to her a ton.
Yeah. Let's talk about Driver's License, of course. The start of that song is really interesting, where it's the one piano note, of course, and then like, you know, the sound of the car door opening. Was that something that, you know, was like sort of like some spice you threw on afterwards at the end, or was that a leading thought of it?
It was spice that we threw on afterwards. I wrote that like, because I think that's really beautiful. I think it's called like suspension or something in piano, when you just like keep one note the same in one hand and do different things with the other hand. And it sounds like really like heartbreaking, I think, to me. And so I really liked that sort of piano motif. And then once we got in the studio, I told my producer, Dan Magro, I was like, I thought he was going to think it was like the stupidest idea. I almost like didn't want to say it. I was like, should we put like car sounds in it? Like, would that be like strange? And I was like really scared to say it because it's so weird. And he's like, yeah, no, that's great. And so I called my mom and I was like, hey mom, can you like open your door and like record the noise that it makes? And she did it for me. Shout out to mom. So yeah, and I actually think it adds a lot to the song. I think it's really cool.
That's amazing. I'd love to go to the songwriting credits and see like mom's passenger side door.
I know. Mom gets a co-producing credit. Yeah.
Just so much has been made about the bridge. You know, it was, you know, sort of the standout moment of the famous SNL sketch when, you know, they got to the bridge there.
Yeah, the bridge was the last thing to come on the song. So I had written the 2 verses and the chorus by myself, and I took it to my collaborator, Dan Magro, and we were like, okay, well, we gotta write a bridge. And he's like, what if we write something like super huge? And I was like, so down. And yeah, I can't wait to like get to perform live and hear people sing that part of the song. I think it's gonna be really epic.
That's awesome. I know people are, you know, they're very hungry for what's chapter 2 after Driver's License. Can you tell us anything about what's next?
I can't give away too many details, but it's definitely not like Driver's License at all, which I'm really excited about. I think people are going to get to see another aspect of my music and my songwriting. So I'm super stoked and also really nervous, but I think, you know, that's life.
If Driver's License was like your hello, what do you want to say in like your follow-up sentence, if you will, with this next song?
Oh, wow, that is such like an existential, like deep music question. I love that. No, I guess I just want people to see more about who I am just as a person and get to know me better. And I think my next singles sort of are reflective of that. And, you know, there's also a lot of aspects of the breakup that aren't like, you know, sadness and stuff like that. You know, there's so many facets of relationships and of my personality. So, you know, I think it's going to be really exciting for people to see more of that.
Totally. Let's talk High School Musical just really quick. Season 2, it's coming out pretty soon, Friday, May 14th, for those at home. Did they give you the opportunity to write any more original music for the series?
They did, actually, which I was so grateful for. My experience writing all in all for season 1 was so extraordinary. It's really cool that they gave me an opportunity to write something for season 2 as well. And it's one of my favorite songs that I've written. I had a really fun time writing it, and it's sort of an interesting concept that I hadn't really written anything about before. So I'm really excited for people to hear it.
That's awesome. Early on in quarantine, you were writing a song a day, which I think is probably just such a great exercise for any aspiring songwriter. Do you have any favorites from that era?
I actually wrote this song called 21st Century Girls that I wrote and then posted on Instagram. It's actually about sort of like comparing yourself to girls on Instagram. And so, super ironic that I like wrote that about like how much I hate Instagram and then just like posted on Instagram. But that was a really special experience. And, seeing everyone react to that song the way that they did was really sort of uplifting. And it just made me like realize how not alone I was feeling in like my sort of insecurity. And I hope it made other people feel more seen too.
Are any of those going to be future singles?
Yeah, I can't give away too much. I'm just going to have to like listen in. But, sometimes I get in my head about putting out music, but at the end of the day, it's like time stamping like your life. It's like, this is how I'm feeling right now. And
especially I should say like the style of music that you make that's just so raw and real and like right. Oversharing, which should be its own genre, by the way. I love that term you use.
Oversharing, genre music.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Spotify playlist, like oversharing.
Literally. No, but I mean, I think I do make all of my music for me. I think my music would be bad if I was like sitting, writing at the piano, being like, what are people gonna like? Like, what are people, that just doesn't feel like authentic, and I think people can pick up on that. But right. At a certain point, you like give it to the universe and give it to people, and it's not yours anymore. And like that's when it's other people's music.
Well said. We were talking to your friend Tate McRae earlier today, and she was talking about a song that she wrote when she was 15. Tate's 17 now, of course. She was saying, she's like, well, I don't feel that way anymore. But there's a 15-year-old that probably feels exactly that way.
Exactly. I think the music that Tate made when she was 15, I'm 18 now, and I still write music that she made when she was 15. I think she's great.
That's awesome. We can't thank you enough for stopping by the show, Olivia.
Thank you so much. It was a blast.